Okay, on why did the math teacher open a window company? This is review. We just have to remember what we do with exponents. And what we do, if we're multiplying exponents, the reason we do it, think about it. This is 6 to the 5th power times 6 to the 3rd power. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to the 5th times 6 to the 3rd. 2, 3. So how many 6's do I have?
8.
I have 6 to the 8th power. But how did they teach us to do it? They said 6 to the 5 plus 3 equals 6 to the 8th. But you absolutely see why. Because we have 5 and then we have 3 more. So it's got to be 6 to the 8th. When we are multiplying numbers with a like base. All right? What about division? Well, again, I have 5 6's, but we're dividing by 3 6's. Okay? How many big ones do I have? 1, 2, 3, and I end up with 2 left. So the tradition is 6 to the 5 minus 3, which is 6 to the 2nd. All right? But what happens in something like this? When we have a negative exponent, does anything change? No. Because it's 6 to the negative 2 minus 9, which is 6 to the negative 11th. Right there. Okay? Top half, pretty straightforward. You know how to set it up as a fraction, just like I did if you get stuck. Just set it up, write it out. Get used to it. If it's a negative 2, do negative 2 to the negative 10 minus negative 3. If it's minus negative, don't you just change the sign? So what's it going to be? Negative 2 to the negative 7th. So is your answer going to be in the numerator or the denominator? If you have an exponent that's negative, that's negative, what does it really tell you? Does it have anything to do with a negative number? Negative exponents have nothing to do with a negative number. Negative exponents say, so here's 2 to the negative 2. Okay? What 2 to the negative 2 is saying is, think about this. 2 to the negative 2 is saying, I'm not in the numerator. I'm just showing that way because it's easier to look at. I'm in the denominator. What I really am is 1 over 2 to the 2nd power, or 1/4. All a negative exponent tells me is I'm not where I want to be. So if I have a negative exponent in the denominator, so let's say I have 1 over 2 to the negative 2, where would this need to be? If it's in the denominator, it needs to be in the numerator. So it would now be, instead of there, it would be here over 1. And I'm not flipping it, I'm just putting it where it wants to be. So this would be 4. We're going to do more with negative denominators, or negative exponents. But when you see a negative exponent, here, you know this is going to no longer be in a numerator, this is going to be in the denominator. We'll go over this more.